not enough cars, so we need to make more cars.
No,
But the
it's a
truth is,
scam.
cars are expensive because it's corruption.
Yeah,
Could that be possible?
the cars are expensive. Oh, you are unmuted.
I was acting. I was acting. That was nah.
Oh, I thought you were actually
No.
talking with the
Well,
service provider.
it was funny though. You got me.
Yeah, the short
Okay,
of it is
anyway.
that if the suggested suggested resale price of a Civic, if Honda's saying the suggested resale price of a Honda Civic is $28,000, the dealership is buying them for like $15,000. That's how that works. So, anything over the $15,000 that the car is sold for is profit for the dealership.
But they just
So-
want more money, so they mark it up to 40 or 50,000.
They want more money. And I'm using Honda as an example because the Honda Type R is a $90,000 car now. And you know what's really funny? Honda went to the dealerships and said, "Hey, you stop fucking doing that. We told you how much the car is worth. 58,000, right? Because that's a Type R, right? So what the dealerships do is they sell the car. I'm holding up air quotes when I say this. They sell the car. They have one of their employees of the dealership drive the car around, put some miles on it, and say, "Oh, look, low mileage, Type R. Oh, check it out. It's only $90,000." And then somebody buys it like an idiot.
Yeah.
So that's why cars cost so much. Again, it's Dodge v Ford. It's this is what you get when you have capitalism. It's all this shit. This is why shit's fucked up.
Yep.
Like and the electronic shortage was just an excuse to raise the cost of cars that everybody jumped on. Like that, it's horseshit, right? And an electronics shortage that was caused by a particular orange nerd, right, and compounded by a conflict, or should I say, military operation, right? But it's over. We're fine. There is no shortage anymore. It hasn't been for a while, and yet the price of cars is still ridiculous. It's greed.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
People may
Mhm.
know me as idealistic, maybe a little too unrealistic, maybe a little dreamy, but I had an idea. So what if every state made its own government and then like the central government's only job was like the soldiers and the mail services and the typical things you would need to run a nation, and then like every
However,
state is its
however,
own nation, and then like the collective USA would be like NATO, like a collective alliance. Like,
What do
if
you
we did
think?
that?
How do you think we started?
Like
That's
that?
literally how it started.
Yeah.
I have a better
That's
question, okay?
54 tribes
Like
in the trench
tribalism.
Go
coat.
ahead.
I have a better question, but Fierce, do you
Like-
hear me right now?
Yeah, we
Yes,
hear
we
you.
do.
Okay, Fierce, at least you understand that at the beginning I was pretending to talk with the internet service and it was not against you.
Yeah, we got you, Spatza.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question on this topic, what I know, if you print more money, the value, like if you give free money to all the people, the value just increases. But what if instead of giving the money, you give them the products, the food, and to the population, being the government?
And that's just giving them money with extra steps.
What you could do to offset some of the issues, right? Like, let's say, and this is how renting should work, right? This is absolutely how renting should work, but you know, it's there are other problems with it. If you wanted to give out UBI, universal basic income, right? If you wanted to give out UBI, before you start handing people paychecks, you would have to write into legislation hard limits. So like nobody's allowed to like you'd have to say nobody's allowed to increase the cost of any fucking thing that is not a luxury good. Okay? Anything that's not a luxury good, you cannot increase how much you got to pay for it for the next 10 years, right? Because everyone would jump on that immediately and be like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, loaf of bread's $15 now." Because people are greedy. We've proven it. People are greedy. It has nothing to do with supply and demand. It has to do with people wanting more money, right? They go, "Ah, we know you have the money now, so right?" But a better way to do it would be to use governmental funds to make sure people have the essentials. So,
wait. I got a
Huh?
question.
Go ahead.
I got a question.
Huh?
If if the people have all this money now, who's gonna make the food if the food can't be raised in price? Because people are gonna say, "Oh, there's no money to be made here. We ain't gonna make no food. Are you crazy?"
You see, Chungu might know about this. They did this to a city in Canada,
What does it
and they
do?
found. Okay, so they tried UBI out in Canada. A couple, like a handful of people stopped working. That's it. Everybody else just lived more comfortable lives and kept their jobs.
So why do we
Because
do
when
that?
you actually, because it doesn't make the money.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not. The problem is that you have to, because like regular people like you and me aren't greedy, right? Who's greedy? The people that hoard
Okay.
already, the people that are already hoarders, right?
Elon Musk.
You'll have a couple of. Go ahead.
Elon Musk.
The people that are already like proven hoarders are going to hoard, and there are going to be a few people that once they get some money, they're going to lose their shit, right? But that's just going to take time for that to work out of people's system, right? That's just how that is. It's with any major change, you're going to have some people that's got to play catch up, right? But essentially, the vast majority of people that I have met in my life, which is a lot, I have met with a lot of people in my short time on this earth. They just want to work and get paid for the value of their work a living wage. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like most people don't even need that
Right.
much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here in the Republic of California, man, you don't even want to know.
Republican.
You
No, because the thing is, results dictate in a actual like communism that isn't completely corrupt.
Well, California
People will
is
continue to
Republican.
work.
say again.
California is Republican.
California is supposedly Democrat. The problem is that California is full of what are called liberals. And I'm holding up air quotes when I say liberals, because somehow people in America are of the illusion that liberals are left leaning. They are right. A liberal, any way you slice it, is right on
I will
on the.
I will say it depends on who says it, because there's people that say they are liberal but they are extremely on the left or extremely on the right. Like it depends on who says it.
Right, but if you look at if you literally read literature written by, people who we cannot argue are not or are liberals, they just are or they are not, right? Like that's it. Like John Locke, for instance, liberal. Okay, liberals are right. They are right of center. They are always right of center. What left and right on the compass means, right? Because we don't talk about north and south for some reason, right? That's authoritarian versus libertarian. But left and right on the compass mean basically this. The farther right you are, okay, the more you care about money, the less you care about people. The farther left you are, the more you care about people, the less you care about money.
Wait, I got a question though. What
Huh.
if you alternate between left and the right? You use the money you get from doing one side, and then you use the money to help people.
You don't. It
It
never
doesn't
happens
work
that
like
way.
that.
It
Well,
never
then
happens that way. The
vote a
The
left
people at the
candidate,
top are
then vote
always
a right candidate, and then like alternate between them.
Oh,
nope.
well, that's what's called an educated voting population. So if you have an educated voting population, the educated voting population will majority vote in their best interest, and their best interest is not always going to be right, and it's not always going to be left. It's going to be somewhere in between. There are going to be candidates that have a track record of doing things that are good for whoever this person is, right? If you're a business owner, you're going to be voting left and right. That's because there are people on the left who want to unduly punish small businesses. Okay, like COVID destroyed small businesses as an
Yeah.
example. Like all the relief and all that crap. I'm a small business owner. That's why we have to sell the house. We got fucked. Okay, like I don't want to get any more in any more detail about it. But anybody that's like, oh, Trump was so good for, he wasn't. He sucked. Okay, he fucking
Yep.
sucked. And anybody that doesn't own or run shit, like, that anyone who has not owned or run shit while Trump was in office can kiss my ass because they don't know what they're talking about, right? So the deal is that if you have an educated voting population, you'll have a mix of left and right voting. And if that's what you're talking about, then that's what you need. You need educated people in order to vote one way or the other. But the problem is that we've had an uneducated voting population for like the last 40 or 50 years.
And
So
the
I
people
got a
in
question.
power keep
What's the
trying to keep
what
the
makes someone an
population stupid.
uneducated voter?
Say again?
What
That's
makes
really
someone an uneducated voter?
Someone
that's
who's
so
going to
easy.
listen. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, Sponta.
No, you're saying that's so easy to answer.
Well, I don't know the answer. I never know what I'm talking about anymore.
Because you're
So-
furry and gay.
Oh, wow.
I ask questions because I want to know things. I don't
Look,
know why, but still.
questions are good. Dumb questions are better.
Exactly.
I find I get the best answers when I ask dumb questions. So an
Yeah.
uneducated population, a voting population, uneducated. We have people who spread a story about immigrants eating house pets.
Oh,
Now-
God.
So it's
Now-
like tribalism.
Sponta, keep your mouth shut.
Why?
All of the proof, all of the evidence, the facts, they've all been debunked. The number one story that everyone kept spreading all over the internet, the person who made the tweet admitted that they are 7 times removed from the original account and that they should like, well, I just heard, right? And this is what the VP candidate picked up and ran with, and everybody believed it, okay? Everybody on one side of the fence believed that shit, and I've heard it so many goddamn times as being like, oh, it's the gospel, they're just roaming the streets and collecting dogs and cats and skin, and I'm like, dude, where's the evidence, where's the proof? This grainy ass picture that could have been taken 5 years ago, or this tweet over here of somebody who knew a person 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 who knew a person
Oh, yeah.
who heard.
There's no proof.
There's zero receipts. Zero
I don't like to
receipts.
go to one side or another when talking about politics, but this time I will ask, do you think when it's about the right, it's like they repeat a lot of things that they hear with no evidence more than the left, at least nowadays?
I didn't quite get all that, but I think I hear what you're saying.
Do the people on the right repeat more stupid shit than the people on the left?
Yeah, without
Oh.
evidence, when they just hear and they repeat without proof.
So that's the kind of shit people on the right get up to. People on the left will do the same thing. Like it's not to the same degree and it's not to the same damaging effect, but it's like, as an example, right? So what was his name? Small EA, right? This probably isn't a good example, and I probably shouldn't bring it up because I feel awkward about it, right? But the story he told was not right. We all knew, when I say we, I mean, Africans who are American, we all knew something was weird about the story, and we didn't all jump on the bandwagon and believe in him because we thought something was up, right? Like, that was the thing. Like, this doesn't sound right. Turns out he was full of BS, right? Like, the problem, however, and the difference is that I and many other people are willing to admit that it was nonsense. We don't talk about it. We don't bring it up and say, oh, look at how racist you are. You guys beat up Smollier. No, we don't do that. We found out it was horse crap, right? It was bupkis. It was nothing. It was absolute freaking garbage. We condemn the effort. We move on. Okay? But the problem is that the other side will continue to spread the bullshit until people are just like, oh yeah, well, they keep talking about it, so it's got to be true. But it's not. There are no receipts. Just like the people keep talking. I've heard about the Hunter Biden laptop so many goddamn times. Not one person has any fucking receipts. Not one receipt. Not one goddamn receipt. Nothing. Right?
So what you're saying is the difference between the uneducated voter population and the educated voter population is the
A lot.
willingness to ask questions and question things.
It's critical thought. It's critical thought.
Critical thought, yeah.
Because
It's
they
potato,
try.
tomato.
They try at
Yeah,
least.
but the issue is right now, fucking schools don't
Yeah,
give
we don't-
critical thinking.
Well, why would they do
Any
that? They
shit.
want uneducated masses. That benefits them. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's why one
they
party has
don't
been.
nurture
It's why,
critical thought. They just nurture fucking obedience, and it's stupid.
it's why one group of people in the government have historically been dismantling medical care and schools. That's it. They don't want us to be educated and don't want us to be well. If we're educated and well, we can resist and we can say no. We can say no, we're not going to vote for these dumbass things, right? But now we're at a point in history where imagine this. Imagine any other country where this could happen. Imagine this. I'm just going to tell you the story. Okay. So, while one of our candidates was running, right? $10 million went missing from Egypt. 10 million, okay?
Where'd it go?
And it's really interesting. The bank account evaporated, and the money kind of disappeared. And days later, one of the candidates just so happened to find $10 million. Now, let's imagine this candidate gets in office. Okay, all right. This candidate gets in office, and not only does this candidate get in office, but he finds out, oh shit, the FBI is trying to figure out where that $10 million from Egypt went. They're trying to figure it out. I know what I'll do as the candidate. This totally doesn't look shady at all. I'm going to put a guy in the FBI as the head of this to have him stop the investigation, and he did. What country on earth can that happen and immediately not this motherfucker be put to prison? Where else can that happen?
America.
That's it. That's
Hey,
where
we
we're
got
at.
it.
And nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about this thing right here, okay? And it's been buried so thoroughly and it's been stopped so hard it's beyond the statute of limitations. So the FBI doesn't even have the legal authority to ask questions about it anymore.
And isn't the FBI like the one force that like no matter what always is gonna get to the bottom? Like they're the uncorruptible force. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
thought they were.
they're uncorruptible unless you elect and put your cronies into positions of power. Like that's it, right? And the joke is
power.
it happened. It happened. This happened, right? This motherfucker is there, right? And so it's like, what do we do now? Like, what do we do about this, right? And we can't do anything about it. We really can't do anything about it if the vote goes wrong too. And the sad part about it is, the real sad part about it is that the people that need to hear this, I've sent them the documentation. I've sent them the interviews of the fuckers who were investigating. Oh, that's bullshit.
They just bury their heads in the sand because it
Uneducated
makes it
voters.
easier for them.
I have a question. Do you think there's a better side between left and right, or you think it depends on the years and the time? You know?
I think the best way isn't to pick a side. I think it's to pick a critical thinking. That's what
Exactly.
I think you need to pick. I think you need to think. I think we need to throw the tribalism aside and genuinely ask, okay, the country right now, what would be best for it? I think that's
we're at
the
a
way.
point. We're at a point where we can't even do that anymore. Like we
True.
can't, okay? Because we don't. I have loads of friends who are right, on the right side. Oh, they're on the right side of the political spectrum. They are Republicans, right? And several of them have come to me and said, dude, like Trump supporters are not Republicans. They're not. Trump supporters are not Republicans. They do not want the same things I want. They do not want the same things we want, and they're in. And there's nothing we can do about it, right? That's it. Like the Republican Party is screwed, right? Because even if you go through and say you're a Trump supporter, get out. You're a Trump supporter, get out. It's going to be the same thing that happened when the Tea Party formed. Okay, like that. Y'all might not be old enough to remember this, but the Tea Party had formed up, and it was a right-leaning movement. Okay, they formed up and said, we have to dredge the swamp. We have to get rid of these jackasses that do not represent our values as Americans or Republicans. We got to get rid of them. You know, it was funny as hell. The Tea Party inducted these motherfuckers that were the problem, and they took over. So that we didn't fix
Why didn't
anything.
they
We
just
didn't
make a
fix
new party?
anything. Say again?
Why didn't they just make a new party?
Oh, because now we go back to tribalism. Oh, I don't want the Dems to win, so I'm still going to vote right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just people spite vote, and it's really bad. People will absolutely spite vote. They don't care that it's what's actually better for even them. They don't care what's better for the country. They don't, right? Like if you make someone butthurt, that is the best way to get them to vote against you, right? And it sucks. It's like, look, no one says you are protected from butthurt. And the biggest fucking hilarity about it is like, I remember 2015-16, it was like, oh, look at all these snowflakes on the left. It's like, dude, you're the fucking snowflakes. You guys are the snowflakes. Like,
Wait.
we're telling you what you're doing is wrong, and we're proving with facts and evidence that what you're doing is wrong and that you're on the wrong side of history, and you're just getting butthurt about it. You're getting butthurt at the information. It's just information.
And then
Wait,
they
could it be
complain, and
possible
then
that you have two candidates? Couldn't it be entirely possible that like say I'm a candidate and you're a candidate, right? Couldn't it be possible that you go to me and you slide me $10 million and you say, "Hey, make yourself look like an idiot so people don't vote for you and they vote for me instead."
That'd
Is
be a
that
great
something we can
way.
do?
That would be an amazing way to throw an election.
Because I want
Would-
my
That
$10
would
million.
be an
I don't care.
amazing.
I don't even want to be a president.
Check it out. Check it out. Nope. Check this out. You take the
no,
money,
because what
right?
they're gonna
You
do
t-
is they're
you
gonna
take
take the money, they're gonna
yeah,
expose it, and then it's
yep,
gonna be another thrown
yep,
election.
yep, yep.
Crap.
It'll be thrown. You are now the president. You are now the president because you went forth to the public and said, dear public,
This
this is
guy's a
what my
jackass.
opponent has done. This is what my opponent has done. Here's the briefcase. Pushes it on the table, flips it open. This is going into Social Security right now. All of it is
And then
going
you
into
keep
Social
the
Security.
money anyway.
See, I didn't even think about that. I just wanted the money. I was like, that's not even something I was thinking.
telling you-
You guys are on the next step. I wasn't even thinking about it.
What I'm
Welcome to
telling you is that
politics.
what I'm telling you is that like I'm not smart, okay? If I can think of it on the spot, oh man, there's 101 million better ways to do it then. You know, like it's just there's nothing like that's it. That's the joke. That's why all this is so screwed up because people who are greedy can also be smart. Think about that, right?
That's dangerous.
Oh, it's absolutely fucking dangerous, right? It's like you don't have to know how to build anything. You just have to be smarter than the nerd next to you and you win. That's the W condition. It's just like me playing War Thunder, right? I don't have to know how the game works, right? I don't have to be a programmer. I don't have to be a fucking ace pilot or nothing. I'd have to be smarter than the nerd that I'm shooting at, and that's the W condition.
Spanta, what is this? It looks
AI
like
generated
a
Minecraft.
really low frame rate.
AI
It's
craft.
AI Minecraft. It's basically getting generated real time.
Okay.
This
Well,
is
anyways,
Every
awful.
frame is being generated.
anyway, use lot. I'm gonna bother Pillow for a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna lay down.
Alright,
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Okay. So,
I'm also gonna share the news that I can now VR Vatar myself.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so-
essentially that's just politics in a nutshell.
yeah,
Wait, whoever this pillow person is seems to have a lot of influence. It seems everyone's talking about her. It seems everybody knows this person but me.
what did he
Yeah,
say he was going to?
another streamer. Like, she's smaller than Sponda, but like the community is a lot bigger. I don't know. It's confusing.
That's
I mean, my
not
commu-
to a cult or something. It seems like everybody knows everyone else except me. So like every
Oh,
news
yeah.
is over
Like
bringing
you.
somebody on, and I have no idea who this person is.
I
but,
mean,
like,
you know the
everybody knows
Springfield
each other.
lore, you know
It's a
the.
cult.
To be
What is
fair,
this?
Sponta literally uses Pillow's server as his like little server, so whenever he knows someone, it's usually from there.
Nah,
Let me
just
invite
Chango and
you
Cap.
to the server so you can see it.
No, Pillow is just a VTuber.
I don't want to go.
There you
I'm
go.
too shy to go to new places like that.
Yeah,
I
like 90. Look, I'm
What
from
did
that
Cap-
server. Sponta's from that server. Like, Capone's from that server. Like, basically everyone's from that server.
Chango, what did Capon say he was going to?
Sponta, if you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, like, that's just politics. You give someone $10 million to step down, they're gonna go in public, defame you, say they're gonna donate the money, and then proceed to keep the money and win the election. And that's if they don't send the money to themselves to create fake evidence. Wiffy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, but like, basically, the other thing is like, I'm going to send myself $10 million I'm going to make up the story about how you told me to step down with this money. I'm going to say I donated, and then I donate it through a donation company, so through my own charity, so I get the money again.
There's no wonder politics turns out so many nut jobs, you know?
Yeah, but like that's
do you
literally
hear me now?
that's how you become president.
Do you hear me
It's no
now?
longer an I will be
Is it
better
work?
than the other person. It's that the other person is much worse than me.
Do you hear me?
That's how politics is now.
Do you hear me?
If you can prove that the
Do you hear
you
me?
understand that?
We got you,
Yes, we hear
Swanson.
you.
Oh, finally. Yeah. What did Capone say he was going to do?
He's gonna go talk to Pillow, tell her about the new VR thing, and then go to sleep.
Yeah, I feel bad because the fear, like, I invited him, but the connection failed a lot. Like, I didn't expect it to happen for the first time, you know?
I don't think he cared that much anyway. He was just happy to talk.
If
Yeah,
anything, I think he was super engaged. He talked a lot.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Fluffy,
yeah, once he
at
starts
least
going, he doesn't stop.
tell me, Fluffy, that you recorded everything because remember, not everything was on the stream.
I have everything recorded. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
perfect.
let it corrupt this time.
I can't promise that. I'm not gonna lie
In
to you,
the
boss.
in that case, the full version of this podcast will be available in Fluffy's channel, I guess.
Yeah,
If
like
I
that's
decide to post
basically.
these, I might just have these on a hard drive somewhere as like little internet memories. Cause I
Mm,
you gotta admit, some of these are a little too experimental, you know?
yeah, yeah. Oh,
What, like
yeah.
dissing the government every other 5 sentences?
Yeah, because we're dissing the government. We're talking about freaking conspiracy theories. I'm talking about liquid nitrogen, freaking flamethrowers.
It's
Like
not conspiracy theories. It's not a conspiracy if it's true. It's a
people are gonna call
conspiracy
it
if it's
conspiracy
false.
Which
theories,
one
I
is
guess.
true?
Which one is what?
Which theory did you say is true?
The
I mean,
thing
we
about
talked a lot
politics
about.
in general, Dodge v. Ford, how car dealerships are basically just scams. How the Tesla's Cybertruck is literally built for shit. Um, and generally how bad markets are, the gold standard, silver standard American thing.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the whole American dollar, how the crash happened, etc., etc.
Jeez, Changu, what the heck? You basically just summarized the last 4 hours. That's some impressive memory.
Wait,
Yeah,
how long this has been?
I don't know. It has to be at least a couple hours though.
an
Yeah,
hour and a half.
Has it only been an hour and a half? Good grief.
Yep, that's how it is. Welcome to Capone. When you get
Honestly, I
started, you
was
keep
not
going.
expecting to enjoy these podcasts as much as I am, man. I love these.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
If you want
type.
to start at the start of the conversation, like when he first started and started going with it, we would be at 3 hour, 2.5 hours.
See, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But when he started talking about governments, that would have been like an hour ago.
See, you know he had to be super engaged in this whole thing. If he wasn't super loving this, he wouldn't be talking that much.
Yeah, but
So I
not
think he
just
really
like
liked it.
Capone is. When he starts going about topics, he doesn't stop.
So do you think he actually enjoyed it?
I think
Yeah,
he
but
liked it, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, I
good.
kind of
Hello,
wanted
Dips.
to get into ranting about more dipshits, but
Yeah, that's good that he enjoyed it. Even with the errors on my side. But I guess if Luffy has the full version, I guess it will be worth it to publish it. You know,
Yeah, we got you.
because I don't know if it's a good. I mean, maybe for your blog's channel, no, maybe I don't know. You decide, or I can do it on my Japanese channel. Something.
I'll sit on them for a little bit and then decide what we're gonna do. Cause like again, these are super experimental, and
They're
you know
not
how that can be.
experimental.
Yeah.
They're not
Well,
experimental, they're just politically correct. Nobody likes being politically correct because everyone hates them for it.
I don't
so
think this is politically correct at all. I mean, we're talking about nitrogen, liquid nitrogen flamethrowers and stuff like that.
Hey, if you want physics to enter the equation, it is correct, so.
wait,
But you
so
get what I'm
he
saying? Stuff that could generally be seen as unlikable or against policy.
so
Doesn't
do you think
matter.
Japan is not politically correct? Do you think he could be more free on speech?
Well, the thing I'm talking about is if you kept these on YouTube long enough, they'll probably get taken down, is what I'm talking about.
I see. But what was the most inappropriate thing you talked about?
Well, I don't know, actually.
The most
I don't have a very good
inappropriate
memory.
thing we would talk about is the banana wars.
What?
Which even then, YouTube can't take you down for that. There's war channels for that exact purpose.
Okay, in that case, I'm glad to know to have shown it.
I mean, other than that, it was basically just a whole lot of fuck you right, fuck you left, fuck you government, fuck you big companies.
So generally speaking, it
Hey,
was one of our safer podcasts.
I mean, I could ruin it right now, but
okay, so look at the screen that I'm sharing. We will be
What is this?
playing AI generated Minecraft. I feel it will be a really weird experience. So where do you prefer to start?
What's the one
desert.
village right there? Village. That's
Desert.
gotta be the best one.
Where's the desk? Oh, here. Okay, I guess this will be challenges. Easy. Can you read the easy ones because the hard ones are get to the end and see a creeper explode. So apparently that's actually possible. What about the?
Think it's kind
Yeah,
of crazy that AI is already capable of this.
I mean, it basically just gets fed a lot of Minecraft data, and then it's just told, this is Minecraft,
And like, don't
and
get
then
me
you
wrong,
just
as a
kind of run with
novelist,
it.
this AI stuff got me a run for my money.
I mean, I like AI for novels because it helps me create the D&D stuff without having to worry too much about it.
It's great for spell check.
Abilities
No,
I
it's
will
like,
rely.
no, because like with spell check, that's algorithm. Ow. But like the thing with writing or D&D close enough is like if I want to draw a picture where you in your underwear is fighting a giant lich and you're stabbing it through the heart, it's gonna take me like 5 hours. I don't want to do that for every possible iteration. So I tell an AI, hey, I want a purple sheep in its underwear stabbing a lich. And it gives me a bunch of images and I pick the one I like.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We should make it non-profitable, only for recreational.
Yeah, but the issue is everyone wants money.
So then
Like you
that's
gotta
why you should make the policy. So then only the people who make it legitimately can earn money, and the people who don't care, like
Yeah,
you
but then
said,
everyone's just gonna label their thing legitimate. Like what is the requirement for it being legitimate? You own the rights to all the images you use? Well then no. Well then all the AI is going to be like they're just gonna be like, okay, I don't own the rights, but it's free, like it's free out there if you put it on the internet, therefore I have the rights to copy and use that image. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot, I own the rights to the screenshot, and I'm just gonna use the screenshot to go train my AI. And
Uh,
then, like, there you go, that easily thought of policy is just adding another step. Of the AI goes, finds an image, recognizes it as an image, takes a screenshot, passes it off to the other AI. The other AI goes and does its thing. Like,
how is this so lag?
that's AI.
Okay, so as
So,
I'm
like,
trying
when you
to.
say, oh, I want like AI pictures to be a non-profit and for it all to be fine, you gotta ask yourself, what are the rules? Like, what
I
are
don't
gonna
know.
be the
I leave that
rules?
up to lawmakers. I don't know. I'm 20
Well,
years old. I don't
congratulations,
even know
you
how to do basic. I don't even know how to do
Okay.
multiplication yet. You got me. I don't know.
Okay, you leave it up to the lawmakers, right?
Sure.
Alright, you wanna know what happens?
Corruption.
Yep. The lawmaker's going to be like, okay, I want to make this law. And the AI maker is going to be like, no, it makes this law. It's going to give you a lot more money. And the lawmaker's going to be like, okay, I want money.
I see why it
There you
goes
go.
so
So
slow
I
because
probably should wrap this thing up here. I probably should get going.
Hmm.
what?
Well, okay, I will see you all very
Spanta,
soon.
careful with sharing your screen. It's showing your time zone and all.
I mean, my time zone is east.
Spanta,
But are you hearing me?
can't
My,
hear
my
you.
oh, perfect. Yeah, this game is slow because it's like
See,
a
I
dream.
was actually kind of accurate when I said she has mic problems at least 6 times a stream.
Yeah, that's enough. But in any case, I'm gonna head off. I have shit to prepare for.
Okay, that guy Fluffy, do you
I
want
guess we're coming
to
to a closing.
Yep.
you want to
Until
play
next
like for
time.
5 minutes this thing?
Apologies,
Ah,
Spanta. I guess you
goodbye.
can do.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Okay, in that case, I will continue. Along playing this for like 5 minutes because I mean, it's weird because you feel it's not exactly Minecraft. I'm falling. What? I mean, it's not exactly. It makes no sense. Like, you can find the Ender Dragon. You can have glass. No, that's not glass. This is so weird, bro. The hand. I hope I can throw an item. Let's see. Oh my god, I can throw items. But they are gone. They just disappear forever. And like, let me see the achievement. Build a two. Okay, let's do the achievement. It will be so hard to do. Build a 2x2 wall. That's not hard. Why? It feels exactly like some of my dreams, including how slow it is. Okay, let me break this one. Oh, when I punch the line of the sword. Ah, bro, my 2x2 wall became okay. So if I look to a different place, why it's now stairs. This I did it. I did the first challenge. Building a 2x2 wall. Bro, this is like for real Minecraft with dementia. Because raining. Raining. Oh my god, what's this? Ah, ah, it's a nightmare. What's going on? I hate it. What's this? Ah, let's try. Also, get to the end. Also, that's another achievement. So, I guess you know, like this is like Minecraft, but the game forgets basically Bro, this is so weird. Like, your voice is very glitchy. How much? Like, um, Minecraft after one draw, exactly. I'm not moving the character. Okay, perfect. It was bad. Let's try to have the. Okay, the game is still remembering what is this. Yeah, this is Minecraft after draw. And it disappears. And I have infinite blocks, right? Yeah, it's infinite. Now turn water into ice. I think it's when craft and I craft. What, bro? I don't see a mouse, bro. Even the mouse. So even this feels like made by AI. Let's see a crafting book, bro. Yeah, the mouse looks like AI too. Like everything on the inventory. So lag. Ah, going on. Okay, a village just spawned here with bro, even the game doesn't know what's going on. I just hope I don't have nightmares after this. Okay, so I can craft. Why my skin changed? I can craft some of the items, so there's different crafting tables. I'm trying to click them, but I doubt that I can even do anything with this. What? 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 How do I make the mouse be? It's not working. It works, it works. I crafted an item and it disappeared. But I see even the mouse position is decided by AI. I have let's try some of the shortcuts on the menu. Yeah, the shortcuts on the menu work. Okay, oh my god. This is interesting, but what's this? It's like a door. No, it's some weird shit. Eh, uh, the position changed. Now it became a torch. Ah, what is that? Fire! It's on fire! And it's lava. Uh, okay, the demo. Okay. It was on fire, the demo is recorded. Let's try one more. Let's try one more. A green. Play again. This time, let's try to start on. I don't see anything that could look any similar to the end, because according to this, you can find the end. Your turn. Okay. Bro, this is a Drogo experience. Oh my god. It starts in a. I can have a bed. Even the inventory. Bro. Supposed to be a bed. It's not. Ah, it's gone. Okay, I put one half of the bed, I put the other half, and now it's gone. Let's see what's this block. Okay, one single block gave me one single block gave me infinite wood. Oh my god, no. This is scary because the AI clearly understands the game. Hmm. Hmm. But it understands only the concept. What's this? Even the mouse is generated by AI. So, I mean, I crafted things. I made the 2x2 wall. Get bubbles underwater. Get to the end. See a creeper explode. Ride a horse or a boat. Get a diamond. Bro. Get a diamond. Okay. I want to find. I pressed Control and W at the same time, and that closed the tab. Yeah, that's an error. But yeah, sorry for all the issues on the stream. It was not my intention, but at least there was some interesting moments. Including, for example, the beginning when everything on the podcast started to be cool. Like every beginning of every podcast, for some reason, ends up with an explanation on how to make bombs. And I'm a warrior. That's my fight. But yeah, thank you for watching to the people. Sorry for the failure connection, the three parts, the three slices of the stream, and good.